Recorded Books presents The Refusal Camp. Stories by James R. Benn. Narrated by Peter Berkrot and James Shippy.
The Horse Chestnut Tree. I rejoice in the Sabbath, not for the words of the English preacher, or for the hardwood bench in the rear of their Sunday God's church, not out of eagerness to hear the sermon about the offspring of their deity who came back from the dead, or the Holy Ghost with the tongue of fire. Rather, to talk with my own brethren, slaves, like me and Mammy. The English in their finery do as well, since they worship gossip as much as they do their three strange gods. We arrive in a cart with the other servants, behind the carriage of our master. It is news of the war I seek most. The war of independence these English of the colonies are fighting with the English from across the sea. They talk of freedom, and I wonder if it will extend to Africans. Likely not. I made my way to speak with Cato. It is the name his master gave him, of course. The English enjoy giving us names from the ancients. But Mame has given me my own name, neither African nor Roman. Free gift, come here, a voice demands. Frederick Perkins, a proud lad of 17 and known to all, dismounts from his horse and hands me the reins. Be a good fellow and take Apollo for a drink. It's a warm day, and he's been ridden hard. But the service will begin soon, I say, even as I take the reins. The pond is not far, but it will take all the free time I have, and I have cherished the moments of freedom I am granted. Frederick and I played when we were young, but as he is 2 years older, that childhood time was brief. I grew into my labor, and he into his proper place in the Society of Connecticut Landowners on the banks of the Quinnebog River. Still, I hope he may grant me this favor. Then you must make haste, Frederick says, giving me a hard shove. This is strange, even for the haughty lad he is. Did you not hear me, free gift? I did, I say, and turn to lead Apollo to water, having little choice. Hands off my horse, damn you! Frederick bellows, and I am perplexed by this sudden change, but not as much as when he throws me to the ground and begins to pummel me. Now, I am the younger, but I spend my days felling trees for my master, who is a cooper. Every barrel, bucket, and cask found along this stretch of river has been made by him, many from hardwoods hauled from the forests by my hands. I am strong, very strong, but I dare not strike back. Slaves who do so have been known to be sold to plantations in the far south, where more brutality than a New England slave may ever see greets each new day. I listen as Frederick's companions gather around and cheer him on, laughing even as their warship bell calls to them. Make no trouble over this, free gift, Frederick whispers as he roughly hauls me up, grasping my waistcoat and tearing the seams, or I may buy you for myself. Another shove, and they are gone. Red-faced shouts replaced by humble heads bowed in piety as they take the steps into the church. Mr. Stoddard, my master, looks to me but says nothing to the boys. He is not cruel, other than believing in the ownership of human beings outright. But he will not go against his own kind. These English, or Americans, as they now fancy themselves, value position, appearance, and status above all. Mr. Stoddard and Frederick's family have the great honor of sitting in the front pews as they listen to the droning preachers speak of hell and the hereafter. In those pews, all expect heaven as their due. I dust myself off, wondering if the rip in my waistcoat can be repaired by Mame, who is able with a needle. The waistcoat is a cast-off from Mr. Stoddard, who wishes his slaves and servants to reflect well upon his house. I see a button has been torn off as well, and hope no one takes notice, for only I will be to blame. As my hands brush the garment,
Sample complete. Ready to continue?